Hey everybody, alright, my name is Soleil. Today I'm going to be talking about how I apply my wigs. I had a person a while back ask me to show you guys how I apply my wigs. At the time I felt very much like a beginner. I didn't want to advise anybody when I wasn't really sure myself. Now I feel like I'm more of an intermediate level, so I feel like I can give you guys at least, you know, like the rundown of how I personally put on wigs. If you really want to know how to put on wigs, make it look like it's growing out of your head, get on YouTube, look up applying a wig. There are so many videos and so many just amazing, talented, skillful people that really know how to apply wigs. So anyways, getting into this. All right, so the very first thing, I make sure that my hair is tight behind my head. I have a lot of hair. I have, my hair is wet, by the way. I don't advise that you put on a wig with wet hair if you're gonna be wearing the wig for a long period of time, but I'm only gonna be wearing this for like an hour or two, so I'm okay with that. But anyhow, my hair comes down to probably, yeah, so it's like mid to lower back. I have long hair. And then what I do is to make sure that I don't get that giant lump in the back of my head, I pull the ponytail all the way down to the bottom of my head, to the nape of the neck. And then I put it like that. So now, before I get into that, where is the, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so the next thing that I do is I put one of these on. It's like a stocking cap. You can get these off of Amazon, beauty supply stores. Every wig that I've purchased has come with a tube back, so you really don't have to purchase them. If you're buying a wig, it should come with it. But just so you're aware, this is what it looks like. And it literally is just like putting on pantyhose on your head. It's like a stocking. So anyhow, so I take this, I put it on my head. Some people will put it over their ears, which I do, but it doesn't really serve a purpose for me, but I do it just because other people do it. I'm like, well, maybe it's going to do something, but people do it to pull the baby hairs around their ears up, but I have so much hair like around my ear that it doesn't cover it, just stays. I could be doing something wrong, but either way, like the hair is still showing, because it goes down like right there. So anyway, and then I take a little bundle of hair and I pull it to the side and I just tuck it in to the cap and I kind of press it down. I do the same thing to the other side. Again, I've seen people who've done braids. Like I've seen girls who've had hair way longer than mine. They've taken braids and they make the two braids and they roll them sideways. I've done that before, but I don't have the patience. I'm like, let's just get this done. So, and then showing you what it looks like in the back. Again, nothing professional, just how I do things. Some people when they do wigs, it's so flat to their head, like you can't even tell they have hair underneath. It's insane. Anyhow, so then I kind of bring it up. You don't have to, but I do. I bring it around the hairline. And then to show you really quick, this is a wig that I have not cut the lace. Just showing you what a wig looks like. Different wigs come with different style laces. You have super thin laces, thicker laces. I'm not exactly sure what each lace means, but I know that like, it seems like people who want the wigs to look as real as possible, they want like thinner lace, is what it seems like. I could be wrong, but that's what it seems like. I'm just like, I like the way that wig looks. I'm getting it. I don't question the actual thickness of the lace, but that is something to think about, I guess, when you are a professional at putting on wigs. And this is what the lace looks like. This one came with baby hairs. It has a pretty decent part. It doesn't go all the way back. It's probably like what, like an inch back. So normally what I would do is I would cut this lace. Some people will put the wig on their head and then cut it. I don't got the patience. I just will sit there, take some little scissors, little eyebrow scissors, and just trim as close to the hairline as possible. And then just making sure you don't really like knock out any hairs. I mean, you can, it's not a huge deal if you knock out a few hairs. Then I usually will, depending on how the part looks, I will pluck a little bit in the part to try to make it look more realistic. And when I do have patience, I will pluck around the hairline and try to give it more of a real look. Again, some people will pluck, 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 and the hairline looks way more real than what even when I pluck, like there's like wigs that I've purchased that I'm like 2 hours in and I'm like, this thing still does not look real. Screw it. It's cute. It's a wig. People know wearing a wig. Forget about it, you know. But again, if you're trying to look like the hair is growing out of your head, plucking is definitely something you're going to need to do. For probably, I'm assuming for the more expensive wigs, you probably aren't going to need to do it as much. I always buy my wigs that are under $100. Normally they're like $50 and below. I have bought $100 wigs from Uni Wigs and Everyday Wigs, but for the most part, most of my wigs come from Amazon. So I do have to pluck them a little bit. If you buy like the $1,000 wigs that are out there, I would hope for $1,000. If I had to pluck my wig, I'd be so pissed for $1,000. But just something to think about when you're getting into wearing wigs. All right, now the wig I'm gonna be wearing today. I am doing several videos back to back, so I decided this would be a cute wig. I wore this a while back, and I haven't worn it since, and she's just so pretty. I love her so much. She's so cute that I would add her to today's videos. So normally inside the wigs, they have these caps. They're supposed to be breathable. The material inside is made out of like a mesh material, and then you get these combs normally in your wigs, and you get what is like a bra strap in the back. So the combs go in the front of your head, the bra strap you tighten in the back of your head if needed. I don't ever need to tighten it because I have this big lump of hair in the back, but for females or people in general who have smaller heads, then you would definitely find this useful when you're putting on your wig. So I have bought wigs before that didn't come with combs. I ended up giving away because I was like, I need the combs or else it just moves all over the place. So again, when you're buying wigs, combs, at least again, I don't know a whole lot about wigs. If I was gonna wear a wig for several weeks, I might not want the combs, I don't know, but given that I only wear them for a few hours at a time, I definitely want the combs for them to stay in place. All right, so combs. I don't understand this right here in the middle. I just don't get it. I don't understand what you're supposed to do with this comb in the middle because it literally like sits like right at the top of your head. What do you do with that? Like, do you cut a hole in the cap and like stick it in there? Like I don't know. So I always just use the combs on the side. All right. So I take it, I put my head in, make sure all the hair is out of the combs, okay. And I pull it down. I apologize, I hear my dogs in the background. If a car or anything drives by, they go crazy. They go cray cray. All right, then I line it up. I'm in front of a mirror right now. And then, oh, I love this wig. Fuck. Bitch. That's what I love about wigs. Like, you put a wig on and you just like become a different person. Like, you're just like, oh, I am that bitch. Anyhow, so then I take the comb, I find the comb, and then I pull it down and then underneath the cap. Now, if you're going to wear a wig for a few hours, one thing that you can do, I'm not going to do because like I said earlier on, my hair, I just washed my hair, so I'm not going to mess with it. People will take, this is so popular like in the wig community, everyone always talks about got to be glue. The hairspray to me is just like extra hold hairspray. I feel like you can get the same from other hairspray brands, but this brand is like super like popular in the wig community. And then there's the styling spiking glue that I use too. So when I am going to wear a wig for a long time, or if it's a heavy wig, I will spray my cap to my head and then I'll put the wig on afterwards, and that helps the cap stay in place, like it doesn't move. And then this is really good for like if you have like little hairs that are just kind of like flying all over the place and you just kind of want to like press them down, because sometimes with the baby hair, especially like, I don't know with like real wigs, like real hair wigs or like synthetic wigs, when you cut, sometimes the baby hair will just like fly up and like stick out, like it won't flatten down by itself like real hair. So then this comes in handy to just kind of brush it down. So anyhow, let me take a look. Let me see how I feel about this on my head. And I'll probably bring it back a little bit. Now I have what I call a 5 head, which means you can take all your fingers and put it on your forehead, and from my natural hairline to my eyebrow, I can stick them all on my forehead. So a 5 head definitely comes in handy when putting on wigs, because it means that I can still maneuver the wig around and I have space on my head to still make it look real. If you have a regular forehead and you don't have 5 fingers on, you're definitely going to be good. If you have anything less, I've seen people have like really small foreheads, it might be a little bit more of a pain to put a wig on, because you have to make sure that you still show that you have a forehead. But other than that, let me see how it looks in the back. Hold on, let me grab my mirror. Ooh, okay. Ooh, where am I at? There I am. That's not bad. That is not bad. So cute. I love it. Obsessed. So, and then you can see this in the back. Again, I just, you know, cover it and I'm good to go. I have a lot to learn about, you know, how to put wigs on, but for photographs and getting on YouTube, and if I was just gonna go out for a few hours, like, I would do this. It's like whatever, you know. I definitely want to get to a point where I can get one of those wigs that's like growing out of my head. Like, that's like a goal. Those wigs tend to cost like upwards of like $1,000, it seems, though. So one day I will make it a point. But otherwise, this is it. This is how I put on my wigs. So hopefully you learned something today. Hopefully for those who are beginners, this will, you know, inspire you to get more into putting on wigs. If you are above me and you have been putting on wigs longer than me, or you just have some advice, please give it to me. I'm always down for more advice. If you know what the little comb is in the middle of the head, what you're supposed to do with that, please let me know, because I don't know what to do with it. Other than that, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I'll be making more videos in the near future, and I'll see you guys next time.